Heyo everybody, Haku here with my review for this month's issue of The Walking Dead. Walking Dead issue 178. This was kind of an interesting one. I think it was really, I had this weird feeling coming out of it where I was like, not that much happened, but then I go back and reread it, and we got a lot of development for a lot of different storylines and characters going on. So I don't know, it was a bit weird. I'll go from start to finish. I like the cover from the beginning because it was Princess focused, and Princess is a cool character. And I was like, I don't know what this is going to mean. It shows her fighting off some of the soldiers of the Commonwealth. But after reading the chapter, I was like, okay, that's even cooler because it actually kind of happened. But starting from the beginning, we have to figure out what's going on with the Sadiq stuff from last month. So Mercer explains all of what's going on to Sadiq. And this guy George that's there seems like kind of a dick. But again, I feel for Mercer. Mercer told them pretty honestly what's going on. He's like, we're blowing off steam. The governor's kid is an asshole and he'll drive you crazy if you have the misfortune to meet him. But you probably won't because he's an asshole and you're not a rich kid. So was all that. We cut over to the hilltop and we see a cute scene with Maggie and Dante interrupted. And well, before I get in, I don't want to just skim over it. With Maggie and Dante, I like the relationship a lot where Dante was saying, I kind of have a feeling that I'm just the right amount of annoying for you. I pry, but not too much to annoy you and enough that I get your attention. So I like the Maggie and Dante moment, but they're interrupted by Sophia, who goes on the whore spree, calling Maggie a whore. And Maggie explains things, and I like that we got that scene as well, because with her telling her thoughts to Sophia, we got a clearer look at what Maggie's feelings actually are. I don't know if this is a fling or not. I don't know if I'm really moving on. I think at this point, though, I deserve the right to be happy. That's basically her ideas here, and I like that she doesn't just know everything about what she's feeling, but she feels like, maybe I should at least try something. So, and this works well for me too, because any Sophia is good. We barely ever see her, even though she's been around since the beginning. So I kind of want her to be an important character and not get killed off. Not getting killed off would be good. Back at the Commonwealth, Elodie admits that she grew up hating Michonne for abandoning her and blamed most of her problems on Michonne. And she fantasized when putting that picture up, if she ever did find Michonne, which she didn't think she would tell her off, tell her how much she hates her, maybe punch her in the face. But Michonne says, I felt, we know as readers that Michonne felt super, super guilty about this. So she brings it up to Elodie. I get if you hate me. I completely understand you hating me. And she says that she's willing to wait for Elodie when she's ready to move on from that. She's willing to be there to listen whenever Elodie is ready. We cut back to the hilltop. Carl and Sophia discuss the whole Maggie and Dante situation. And Carl is, again, sort of a voice of reason here, saying, I didn't really mind when my dad moved on the first time, and I kind of am okay with him moving on again, because he needs to be happy. So I kind of like that for it. I kind of like that for Carl, that he's mature enough. He's like, yeah, I just think you should move on and be happy with somebody new now that the person he was with is dead. But also it feeds into more of Carl being the cold sort of person that we've seen him be at times, where he's like, oh yeah, they died, go ahead and move on. Though it's more complex than that. Back at the Commonwealth once again, Milton returns the weapons to Michonne's group, and they make plans for a trip to Alexandria. We get Stephanie finally actually showing up here. And I mentioned it in the live reaction. I should have gone back and looked, but I didn't go back and look. I didn't remember Stephanie being black, so when I first saw it in the live reaction, I was like, wait, was that what she looked like? I didn't even all I remembered was she looked kind of like Velma from Scooby-Doo. So that's all I remembered about Stephanie. But she brings up that, this kind of was my bad. People are allowed to use the radios freely, but we're supposed to tell the authorities if we meet new people. So that kind of shows the Commonwealth does have some level of personal freedom there, where they can just go use the radios if they want. And the rules are kind of lax even, because she didn't really get off that with that harsh of a punishment. Even though she didn't contact the authorities when she talked to a new person. But she's the one that's going to be taking them to their rooms. Sebastian shows up and confronts Yumiko, which doesn't get... It gets in the craw of Magna, and Magna gets pushed down by him because he's an asshole. So Princess kicks a whole hell of a load of ass. And you know I already love Princess as a character. For some reason there are some people that don't like her, but whatever, I freaking love her. So I thought it was awesome the way she just kicked all their asses without ever even using the pointy end of the spear, just kind of beating them with the stick end of the spear. Though eventually Mercer shows up, knocks the spear out of her hand with one of his tomahawks, and Sebastian calls for him to arrest all of them. Sebastian ends up slapping Elodie, saying that's what an assault looks like. And the badass lady squad is pissed, and I just realized that this squad that was sent out to Ohio sort of it has Sadiq, who's kind of whatever, and it has Eugene, who's not exactly the toughest guy. But then that one panel reminded me, oh yeah, Magna, Yumiko, and Michonne are pretty badass. And now they have Princess too, who has shown she's a hell of a fighter, because she just took down these soldiers like it was mostly nothing. So either way, freaking love Princess. Yeah, we see the cracks beginning to show in the Commonwealth, with Elodie there at the end saying, no, we just need to know our place. So we see the cracks in that society getting to show, but we also see they do have that personal freedom with the radio things. I'm a bit conflicted on how I feel about the place after this issue. But either way, with the issue as a whole, I felt like we got a good coverage of multiple characters and multiple storylines. I like that we jump back and forth between the Hilltop and the Commonwealth. And yeah, I want what's best for this Commonwealth stuff. I don't want it to all fall apart to become a big, antagonist versus this group kind of thing, or, we're going to try to take over your place kind of thing. I'm good with little stories and drama happening within it. That's good. I just hope it's a place for them to tell those little stories and drama and all that. And it's just an extra stepping stone for the series. But I hope it's not, and that's what gets me worried, not just another repeat of things we've seen in the past. But one thing it's got me thinking with the Commonwealth, nothing is perfect, especially with 50,000 people. So I think that even if we do see they have this hierarchy problem, I'm hoping that problem doesn't become, we need to overthrow you because of this, or we need to take you over with our Alexandrian forces because of this. I hope it's more just, we need to find a better solution and make this a more fair and equal place. I hope it's not quite as extreme as we've seen in the past. But yeah, I hope it can all be settled. I thought the issue was very good in hindsight, because like I said, when I first read it, I was like, not that much happened, but going back, we did get a lot of good development, and the fight scene was really, really cool. I like that. I loved the scene between Elodie and Michonne, and I'm really interested to see what kind of character Elodie can be moving on in the future. It would be so cruel to just kill her off after just reconnecting with Michonne and stuff, so I hope that doesn't happen. But either way, for the issue, I'm giving it 8.5 spear fights out of 10. Spear fighters out of 10, because the other person didn't really have a spear. Either way, 8.5 out of 10. Hope you enjoyed the video. Like if you did like the video. Comment down there, tell me what you thought of this month's issue, what you thought of my thoughts on it. Subscribe for more The Walking Dead. I got 2 more reviews coming out for the TV show, and then that'll be it until next season, I guess, because I don't plan to review Fear, even though Fear looks friggin' awesome. So if there's something particularly good, I might make a discussion on it or something. But yeah, every month I do live reactions and reviews for the comics, so sub for any of that. Follow on Twitter if you want. I can try to keep you updated there and stuff for the channel. And if you want a link to our Discord server, then just ask and I'll give you one. That's it. Thank you once again for watching, and I'll see you all next time.